You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 211.
211, man. I'm Ralphie Claus this week, man. We in the holiday spirit
Hey,
around
talk
here.
about
OS.
it. Talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
Yeah, man. On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL, ho.
Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia, man.
See, that's what I get. I'm over here trying to be a bad bitch and fix my ponytail. I'm over here fucking up the mics and shit.
That shit was hilarious. But look, we so professional. We ain't even mess up the intro
like,
or nothing.
we'll get to it.
Nah, we gonna hit this little giggle, but we still gonna get through it. You feel me? That's crazy. But my guy,
I know. It's been a week off, man, unfortunately, man. But we're back ready to pod Johnny.
yeah,
How you
man.
doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Everything is good, man. Just gearing up for the holiday season. It's a lot of family gatherings going on. And
Absolutely.
Nah, man, it's been all right. Look, I've been saying for the longest. I think I've been saying since like June that I'm being inside.
Yeah.
I'm finally inside, bro.
Finally inside.
Finally
Okay.
inside.
All right.
Listen, it
All right.
feels amazing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is usually the time of year where I'm inside anyway. Like,
okay.
just trying to recharge.
Hibernation.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So, nah, it's been good, man.
Hey, man, shout out to you, man. I'm glad you're over the dark side now, man. 'Cause
Look.
listen,
It was bad.
I'll be outside here and there, but it's just like, mostly inside, though. Like, I'm really like, well, I'm only a year older than Johnny, but it's just like I accept the washness. Like, I accept it. Like, I stand in it. Stand on business. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
That's the business I stand on.
Bro, I'm so sick of that phrase. But yeah, we can get
It's
into
been
that later. You know when social media gets a hold of something like a new phrase or something, they just wear it out. So anyway, I'm sorry.
When I
Tangent.
personally, I don't care about things like that until the whites get a hold of it. No shots at the white listeners that we do have. It's just when the mainstream culture starts saying it, that's when I'm kind of off the train.
I mean, I feel you. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anything interesting happened the last couple weeks?
Oh man, I was shout out to the Breakfast with Santa hosted by the East St. Louis chapter Delta Sigma Theta. I was but no, I played Santa Claus, man. I was pretty much just a picture Claus, man. I was in the back taking pictures, man. Like, I'm not gonna say what happened, but I was the only one there. Shout out to that. But I was sitting in the back. Once I sat down, bro, it was no bathroom breaks. It was no nothing. I was just back there taking pictures with y'all kids, man. So it was a great experience. I'm not gonna hold you. It was just something about spreading the holiday cheer to families and things like that. Like, the parents know what it is, but them kids still, they believe in Santa Claus. So shout out to the wide-eyed innocence of a child that they believe in Santa Claus, and if you can still help, provide that to them, you know what I'm saying? I think it was a great event,
That's what's up, man. So the kids told you what they wanted for Christmas?
Yeah, like they tell them what they wanted.
Bro, what's like the craziest thing that a kid
The
said?
wildest thing was a boy asking me for a Hellcat. I was like, oh yeah, I blame Sexy Red for this. Like,
Wait, he meant like a real Hellcat, not like the toy model?
No.
Not Hot
He
Wheels
said,
and that like
he
that?
looked me dead in my face saying, I want a Hellcat. I know he ain't talking about no car.
Nah, that's
I
crazy.
mean, no Hot Wheels or nothing. Like, he want Hellcat or SRT. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You want the keys? Did you say the color? You said all that?
No, he ain't getting all that. Hellcat, SRT. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Skirt.
Right. No, he was screaming. Like, for real. Like, I was like, oh, that's crazy. But, I mean, for the most part, I mean, I guess because the Barbie, I'm not sure because I don't have kids and I don't even around like kids to even know what they like.
Yeah.
But I guess because of the Barbie film, it's a resurgence with like Barbie dream houses and shit.
Yeah.
Like
I
so,
can
when I say damn near every girl was like, "Oh, I want a Barbie dream house, a Barbie boat or some shit," I was like, "Barbie boat? They got boats?" Like,
you know what?
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's funny because, like, when I think about shows like Power Rangers and all that,
Yeah.
that's really only advertisement for the toys.
Yeah.
And now that I'm really thinking about the Barbie movie, right?
Yeah.
With, they had, I think Barbie became like one of the highest grossing movies of like all time this year because they definitely did over $1 billion.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, that probably could have been just a resurge. It could have been their way of resurging like their toy sales. Because I think the Barbie sales have like been sliding the last few years.
Yeah.
So that's insane.
But yeah, the Barbies, like for the boys, like robots and AI helmets or whatever. Transformers were still a thing. I'm surprised to hear that.
Okay.
But I mean, Transformers just had a film, so that helps with that too.
Any Ninja Turtles? There was a Ninja Turtles film this year too.
No.
Interesting.
No.
Okay.
I guess it's for us.
Hey, look, I loved it. You still didn't get a chance to see it yet, did you?
No.
Okay, it's
and I got the
look,
shirt.
you got the
like,
shirt on.
I got the shirt, but I haven't seen the film. Shout out to that though.
No,
I think I started watching it because it's on one of the streaming services, right?
It's on Paramount.
I think I started. I just haven't finished it.
Okay.
I think it was something like that.
Got you. But no, man, that's what's
Yeah.
up,
Other
man.
than that, man, just getting ready for the holidays, man. Everybody got a birthday in December or something, so it's like I'm not quite inside just yet. So pretty much Christmas to whenever I'll be done then.
I got you. Real quick, so not this past week, but the week before, I actually went to a concert, just random on a Tuesday night. Okay. Are you familiar with the R&B? I guess it's a group, Division.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were in St. Louis.
Okay. What venue?
They were at the Pageant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a dope venue. Yeah.
So me and my lady went, and the way their show was set up was a little interesting, right? Mm-hmm. So apparently they had like a hotline set up where people attending the concert or whoever could call the number and leave a voicemail to say or make requests for the concert. Mm-hmm. So whatever the people requested on the phone line is what they performed. Mm-hmm. And then also at the venue during the concert, they had a this or that, like, do y'all want to hear this song or do you want to hear that song? So the whole concert was basically them taking requests. Now that was a new concept to me, but I thought it was pretty dope. It was a great way to get audience participation. And even had people come on stage during one of the songs as well. So, and like I'm not that big on Division. My girlfriend really likes them. So, just hearing a little bit of their music, on streaming services, and then seeing them perform is like, oh, this is cool because it's a DJ and a singer, and the guy can sing. He can sing live. He's not like Whitney Houston, nothing like that, but definitely sing good enough to, put on a good show. So it was very, very entertaining, but just the premise of the concert itself with nothing but requests I thought was dope.
Okay.
That was dope. So shout out to them, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to them, man.
But yeah, we here now, baby.
Oh yeah, man. So what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you. Music related.
Let's go.
An IG post that made it real, real interesting, and I wanted to bring it here to the platform, right?
Okay.
So debut singles are a huge thing for most artists. Maybe not so much anymore, but definitely back in our heyday when rap was rap.
For sure.
When rap was rap. So I want to ask you who had the perfect debut single, but there's options though, right?
Okay.
So I don't want you to, we go stick
I think
to
that's too broad,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we go stick to these options, right? So you have Nelly with Country Grammar, you have Ludacris with What's Your Fantasy, you have Mace with what is it? Bad, Bad. Feel So Good.
Okay.
You have ODB with Shimmy Shimmy Ya. You have Snoop Dogg with What's My Name, and then you have Warren G with Regulate.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll go through them again because I know that was a lot.
Yeah, there was
right?
a lot. There was a
Okay.
lot. I know
so
it was
Nelly, Country Grammar, Ludacris, What's Your Fantasy? You have Mace, Feel So Good. You have ODB with Shimmy Shimmy Ya. You have Snoop with What's My Name, and then you have Warren G with Regulate. The perfect debut single. It sets up everything. So that helps you in your decision making, right? It sets up their whole career.
The low hanging fruit here, because I'm so close to the area where this artist was, is Nelly, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he did everything without like a major cosign at the time. Like that's like the low hanging fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think in this scenario, I may. This is difficult. I ain't gonna front. This is really difficult. But I think I may go with Snoop out of this batch, right? Only because hooked up with Dr. Dre, right? Like kind of almost like lightning in a bottle when they got together. Where Doggy Style is still held as one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. Even still in 2023, the 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? And everything that Snoop has been able to do in his career since then, I think was just a great launching pad for him, and probably has the greatest longevity of the people named, not only in music but also outside of music as well. So I think I'm gonna rock with Snoop on this one.
Yeah, all fire debut singles.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, argument can be made for most, but if we're addressing the longevity of everything, right? It's Snoop, and it's not even close, right? You know?
Man,
it's Snoop, and it's everybody else jockeying for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So, like you said, I can't put it into other more words than what you've already said, but I honestly, what's my name, Snoop, still rings off.
Man, that's crazy. It's true.
Just thinking about what is able to and then this is the thing, right? If Snoop does a concert right now, God rest the dead, I know ODB can't perform, but if Snoop does a concert, that's a song that's gonna be on his set list, no questions asked, right?
For sure.
Like Regulate by Warren G. Well, he ain't got too many, after that, respectfully, right? Mace, Feel So Good, okay, short list.
Yeah.
Nelly, yes. I doubt Ludacris performs What's My Fantasy in 2023.
Yeah, you might be okay. Yeah. I think I'm rolling with that.
Like Nelly can get off without even performing Country Grammar, probably.
Oh, I would imagine that Nelly doesn't perform Country Grammar now.
He doesn't.
I haven't seen him in concert recently, but I don't think
like when you do see him do spot dates and he do the song with Ashanti more than he do the song with. I only know the song. Hold on, I do know the song with Ashanti. I don't like it though, but it's, but you know what I'm saying. Like that song isn't perform. Like he performs that more than he actually performs Country Grammar. But there's no way a Snoop concert happens and he doesn't perform his debut single.
Facts. No, that's real. Damn, that's crazy. That's dope. That was a good question. Good question. All right. So for my Off the Dome, I recently saw a clip of Big Tigger. He was on T-Pain's podcast, right? And T-Pain asked him to name his top 5 Rap City debut freestyles.
Okay. And,
he just got the naming off, some fire freestyles. Wayne, Jay-Z, DMX, bunch of just fire freestyles, right? Yeah. And it got me to thinking, do you think Rap City's debut could exist in today's era of hip-hop?
No, because artists, they don't want to freestyle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'll say this, right? And this I'm not even go to champion the generation of rapper that I was growing, because some of them niggas will get in there and do it written quick too.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I heard what Jay was talking about that, but I think it was like the interlude. I mean the PSA verse.
Yeah.
So it happens, right?
Absolutely.
But they don't even want to do that.
Yeah. Now, so I agree to a certain extent. Do I think it can exist? Yes, I do. But I don't think it would have the type of longevity and success that the previous Rap City debut did.
Yeah. Well, it's because the rappers you hear on there are not the rappers are the ones that move the units or move the streaming. So it's not Uzi and whoever are not getting in the booth and doing anything.
Exactly.
And that's all respect to what they have going on. But Dante Hitchcock can rap.
Absolutely.
But nobody's going to be moved outside of the people that fuck with bars or the Dante Hitchcock fans.
Exactly. There may be 15 MCs that actually would go in there today and actually do it.
Yeah.
But that's where the longevity comes in, because you can't keep recycling the same 15.
My point exactly.
Can't recycle the same 15. So
but it's still should it exist? Yes. Can it exist? That's just my perspective, and I say no. But I mean, there are artists like that. Like I fuck with Simba heavy. He kills freestyles all the time, right?
Yeah.
But me and the 16 other Simba fans, you know what I'm saying, respectful. You know, I fuck with Simba, so it's not a slight. But I know Simba ain't moving units though either in that regard.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, like, because I even look at platforms like Sway in the Morning, LA Leakers and stuff like that, because these some of these newer rappers, they do still go to those platforms and they do a freestyle every now and then, right?
Yeah.
But again, that's sparingly. Even that's not all the time. So if we have something like Rhapsody's The Booth that, when it was in its heyday, was 5 days a week.
Yeah,
that's definitely not something that could exist, have a long longevity today. Absolutely not.
And there's more rappers now than it was back then, though. Too.
And that's crazy.
So you could literally have a guest every day of the week when you don't have to, but you could.
You could. Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, man. Shout out to Rhapsody the Basement.
But yeah, people, that was Off the Dome. Who had the perfect debut single out of the artists that I named?
Yep. And then, do you think Rhapsody's The Booth could exist in today's era of hip hop? Let us know.
OS Gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk?
We are here.
We back. It's been a week, but we got a few topics here on the OS News docket we hope that you will enjoy. Let's try this first. Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz came out and said that he did not feel appreciated by black media during the height of his career. Interesting quote, interesting conversation, and we're going to bring it here to the OS News platform. Johnny!
Yeah, man.
What you got to say for Lenny Kravitz not feeling appreciated by black media outlets?
After reading that headline and the article that was attached to it, at first it really made me think. I was like, wait, I think he's right. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Lenny Kravitz at BET Awards, Soul Train, like nothing like that, ever in my history of watching award shows, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I guess it kind of makes sense because Lenny Kravitz is he's not in the typical R&B hip hop space.
Yeah.
He makes like rock music, alternative,
rock music.
Which is cool because I mean Lenny Kravitz is dope. Don't get me wrong, right? So in that regard, it made sense to me why he wasn't on those types of stages. But then I started thinking more like, okay, why isn't he?
Yeah.
Now he was one of the only black people in those types of spaces when I was growing up, at least that I knew of.
Yeah.
Like he was that popular that I knew of him like that. So in my brain, I'm not really sure why he wasn't invited to those spaces. So I don't know.
Well, let me cop please for BET and those outlets, right?
Yeah.
When we became the dominant force in rap and hip hop and R&B and soul and gospel, that's what our media outlets tend to focus on.
True.
So if you didn't make that type of music, unfortunately, you just didn't get highlighted in black media.
Yeah.
Unless you did some foul shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lenny Kravitz has never made a collaboration with anybody in that space, maybe outside of a Jay-Z that I'm thinking of, because he was on Guns N' Roses on Blueprint 2.
Okay.
So it's there, right?
Right.
And he has connections to the culture. Everybody loves Lisa Bonet, and everybody loves, Zoe Kravitz's daughter, right?
Right.
So it's kind of like it's there, right? But I just don't think that his music resonated with a larger black audience. So why would a black media outlet necessarily cover him?
And I mean that I think that question makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But upon further research and TikTok got all the answers, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
TikTok, and then reading other articles and hearing other people talk about his publicists, and managers. So apparently, back in the height of his career, he was invited to these platforms. He was invited to the BET Awards. He was invited to the Soul Train Awards because they did want to recognize what he was doing in the moment. But his publicists and his managers are the people that never relayed that information to him. They said no. They basically told BET and them that he's not coming without his knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still spaces where he could have sat down with like Ed Bradley and did an interview.
Okay.
He could have went to 106 in Park still. They had NSYNC come over and they had one R&B crossover song, nigga. Let's be for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So it's ways to get this cracking. You know what I'm saying?
NSYNC was up there a few times.
Oh yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
After
Backstreet Boys could never. No, I'm just playing.
because they didn't make music for us. They didn't try to. They didn't try to pander.
Hey man, they had Candy Birds as a writer, so they had to it at some point.
They would try. But no, I mean, but the thing is, when we're not dominant in country, we're not dominant in rap. I mean, in rock. We're not dominant in maybe alternative like type of pop music. That's why MTV was just a breeding ground for the music that Lenny Kravitz did, and he's a big star. He's a world-renowned star. So let's not ever get it twisted. But the music he did, he's like off the Prince tree, where it's kind of very alternative, and niggas don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? That's very.
I agree.
That's a true thing.
It's all facts.
So it's kind of like. The only reason I knew Lenny Kravitz is because of MTV. I was one of the kids that kind of fucked with MTV where it wasn't a cool thing to do, but it was just very popular. So it's kind of like I like to see what's going on across the board. But if Lenny Kravitz never made a song that went to urban radio, that's not his fault. He just made music.
Right, yeah.
But I can understand you being black and then being in a space where, yeah, I'm appreciated, but I would love to be appreciated over here too.
Exactly.
And that's the thing when you make music for across the aisle. I mean, that's just part of it. Because how many times have we come to this platform? We heard Lizzo say that shit, even though Lizzo performed at the BET Awards.
I was just about to mention Lizzo,
but that was one time, and that was clearly when she just came out. Lizzo is. I can't name one Lizzo song that will be played in the spaces that I like to go to, the radio stations I might listen to, like, you know what I'm saying, the playlist that I frequent.
Okay, same, but Lizzo does continue to get nominated, at least at the BET Awards, though.
Okay.
Now she's not there, she's not performing, but at least she's nominated.
But this is the thing too. You're in it's a lose-lose, right? Because we're in a situation where there ain't a lot of stars, so Lizzo can get nominated over here, right? Lenny Kravitz was up against some stiff competition. You know what I'm saying? Because like you could kind of say Lizzo is R&B, but you can't say Lenny Kravitz is R&B or rap.
Not
like,
even
you're
close.
not even close. Like you can't even play that game.
And even though I personally consider Lizzo, she's strictly pop. It's like there's no soul or none of that in her music. It's just strictly pop.
I got another example for you, right?
Okay.
Remember Lil Nas X was saying that shit. He didn't feel appreciated by black artists, right? I mean, by the black media outlets. Didn't form the BET Awards before?
I believe.
I think it was.
So.
It was one of those controversial performances.
Of course, it was old. It had to be Old Town Road though. That's Old Town Road, Lil Nas X, right?
No.
No,
I'm talking about like, didn't he kiss?
We talking Montero?
Yeah, like when he kissed the guy on stage when they had the BET Awards, because people was mad about that.
Was that the BET Awards?
I want to say yeah.
Damn.
Because when the Facebook people start doing dissertations about Lil Nas X, it had to be BET. Because if it was MTV, nobody would care.
That's true. No, you were absolutely correct. It happened. Oh, damn.
Listen, man.
2020. Damn, 2021.
See, man. Listen, bro. That was right after the pandemic too.
That's crazy.
So remember that, right? That song is not for us. We remember him kissing the man in the mouth. Pause if applicable, right? More so than the actual song itself.
Wow. I definitely didn't remember that. God, that's crazy.
So you have examples of three artists, but obviously Lenny Kravitz is the more superior one, right? Not being recognized by black media or black music outlets for the music and the contribution that they put in. Mm-hmm. But as, rock has moved away from being a dominant, genre in black spaces, because it was once upon a time where rock was, all up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But now it's not so much that anymore. So when he leaned into the heavy metal, and not the heavy metal, but it's just, I think Lenny Kravitz made good music.
Oh, same.
So there's nothing indicative of his music and his talent, but you just got to call it spade a spade. Your dominant audience isn't black. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to market you and then make you the A-list person over here over certain people that really put in the work over here too, right? Is that wrong to say that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And I do want to ask, do you think if during that time where Lenny Kravitz was really outside, making his music, touring,
let's say 99 to 02. Let's just put them years.
Okay. So during that time, if there were more black people in that space, do you think it would have been, I don't want to say easier to incorporate them into BET and all that, but yeah,
you're the only one. We got to make provisions for the only one, and if you're the only one over there, you got to be like. I'm about to say he's not him. I'm not saying he's not a him, but you got to be him.
Yeah. Because even then, like you can't have a rock category at the BET Awards with just one person.
And then think about it like this too, right? Lenny Kravitz is such a recluse. He's not even he's not even interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lenny Kravitz, like he is an interesting guy, but I'm just talking about from a marketability standpoint, right?
Oh, man.
If you tell somebody that Lenny Kravitz is coming to the BET Awards and he's not performing,
it's not gonna get extra views.
It's not gonna get you extra views because he's not controversial. I don't need him to be controversial. I don't need that from him. But if he's not performing, what is he coming over here for?
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, it's all facts, but just really sitting and thinking about that fact is like, damn, that's wild.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. And this is coming from two guys that actually have an ear outside of R&B and rap, but still, like you have to be honest with how award shows and media is set up, which is quite unfortunate. But I still think Lenny Kravitz has had a great career, but it's just. He feels like he missed out on certain opportunities. And I think because now he's looking at the landscape of music and how we're so widely accepting of other. Lil Uzi is allowed to do the things that he does, but he's essentially a rock star that makes rap, EDM, dance music, right?
It's true. It's a different time.
I know.
It's a different time.
And I think that's part of where a little bit of that resentment comes from, too.
And, I can agree with that. But, I mean... It's just a sign of the times, man. Yeah. And I guess today is, express your frustration if you want, but you can't be upset. I can't tell him you can't be jealous. I'm not saying
I'm not discounting that man's feelings because he's allowed to feel that way.
We
just breaking down facts and perspective, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's an opinion.
But I imagine him seeing artists like Lil Uzi Vert. It's like, damn, like, why wasn't I allowed to be in these spaces too when I was his age, when I was really out here and stuff like that. So it's different, man.
I think that's what it is, man.
Damn. Hey man, American Woman still fire.
Hey man, it goes tough, bro. But let's try this out, man. Mixtape Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Somehow somebody put out a graphic and it took the internet ablaze, but we're here to discuss it, right? So we have the mixtape Mount Rushmore.
Sound it out, baby. Call back.
Okay, yeah. But we got Future, Jeezy, Lil Wayne, and 50 Cent on this Mount Rushmore of mixtape artists. Johnny, what do you have to say about this?
At first glance, respectfully, I have to take 50 Cent off. That's just off first glance, right? Because I feel like there should never be a discussion of mixtape Mount Rushmore without Gucci Mane on it.
Okay.
That was like my one ick, if you will, in looking at this, right?
Yeah.
I can't be mad at the other three, Future, Jeezy, and Lil Wayne, because you have that kind of covers all eras of mixtapes for real.
Yeah.
Right. So outside of 50 Cent, I'm actually not mad at this.
Okay. That's the thing when you do a Mount Rushmore, baby. It's only 4, right?
Right.
It's only 4, so somebody is going to get left off, right? Now, maybe I'm gonna cop a little bill for the East Coast brethren.
Okay.
And state that 50 Cent was a mixtape artist. And he came up off of mixtapes, How to Rob and The Power of Dollar, all that shit. Yeah,
for sure.
That's what put 50 on.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, I guess the mixtape argument is that, I think 50 Cent is the future. Remember we did the top 10 mixtape list? They said that was the number 1 mixtape of all time.
Damn.
We talked about this. We talked about so much 50-year anniversary stuff. But no, that was the number 1 mixtape. So, it's like 50 being the most successful person, I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like, remember, like we just made the argument for Snoop. Like that first single got you all this.
Yeah.
Not to say, the success of his mixtapes led to Get Rich or Die Trying, and now we're here.
Right.
You know,
Okay. No, I'm
it's
not mad at that.
It's like, but I know the mixtape should stand for itself.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing, right? When you have an all-time discussion, I guess it's just like, where else would 50 go if you don't put him in the mixtape conversation, especially when he's known as a mixtape artist. And then if you're talking about New York, the mixtapes honestly came from them. I give them that. But
greatest album debuts?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Now, I do want to ask,
Diamond Club, that type of
yeah.
shit.
So if we're talking strictly mixtapes, not about what the mixtapes led to. And,
okay.
In your
just the
argument,
mixtape.
yeah.
Just the mixtape. Okay.
Are there any, and we're going to stick to East Coast.
Okay.
Are there any East Coast artists that you will replace 50 Cent with?
No. No.
Really?
And I fuck with Fab heavy. Like Fab.
And that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
I fuck with Fab. But
wow.
Because no, it's like you specifically said remove 50 and put Fab there.
Just based off mixtape.
Just based off mixtape.
Yeah.
Fab is a mixtape king because he ain't got no good album. I mean, I ain't saying his album's not good. I like his albums here and there, but I'm just saying like mixtape Fab and album Fab are two different Fabs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
for sure,
them Desert Storm tapes, like Fab was a problem. Like I give you that.
Come on, man. Soul tapes too. Like
I know. But I think 50 did. He took the jacking. It's like you give the forefather of jacking of the beats to him. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was really him.
Yeah.
That kind of gave, especially a Wayne.
Oh man, what? No, for
but
real.
Wayne is irremovable, like irreplaceable. We're not taking him off. Like that's not. We're not having that discussion with anybody. Anybody. Like I don't give a goddamn what you say.
Right.
Wayne stays. Like
no facts. Now, okay, now that you say that, Wayne stays, right?
Yeah.
We have two other Southern artists on here. Mm-hmm. Do you replace either one of them with a West Coast artist?
No.
Okay.
Not even. No. I can say that.
It's easy.
No.
Like, okay.
No.
Okay. Look, I'm trying. I'm trying to make a conversation.
You can't even get like I know. We got a pod, baby. Like you know what I'm saying. We can't agree. I get it, but no, absolutely not. Like Jeezy stays. Like,
oh, hey, that's
Jeezy
funny.
stays.
That's funny.
And like I'm not a big Future mixtape nigga, but it's like his mixtapes. It's kind of like the quality and quantity that we praise Gucci Mane for. Future does it the same way, but actually his mixtape say better.
Got you. Oh yeah. I
so
agree.
so that's how I can be okay with Future not being here and Gucci not being here. Gucci just been doing it longer.
Okay.
Like we love Gucci for putting out all the mixtapes, but a lot of them was garbage. Like let's be honest now. Like ain't no like
a quality over quantity thing.
Right, you praise him for the quality. I mean the quantity, but we ain't talking about the quality.
I know.
Nobody ain't never said that out loud. He just put out a lot of Bird Prints and Trapaholics Volume 6s and all. Yeah, that's cool, but
that's cool. But you ain't saying.
But listen, there's only so many songs that actually was good that made it to something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny. Nah,
but I still fuck with Gucci. Roderick Davis, the
that's
king, the
funny.
god.
That's
East Atlanta Santa. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. But
that's
no.
funny. Damn. I'm really trying. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to go down my Rolodex of like mixtape artists, or
like
let me not say mixtape artists, but artists who have mixtapes
like the honorable
that we hold
like the honorable mentions, right? For me,
yeah,
I'm gonna say J. Cole.
Okay,
I'm gonna say Gucci. Just off the strength of what we're talking about, just mixtapes, whatever you think about, whatever. But Gucci, Fab, J. Cole.
Okay,
those are my honorable mentions. Like that's honestly, that's kind of like damn near personal one. I'll put Wayne in there and make it full.
Okay, I think, and this is a personal honorable mention for me, but Mood Music is one of my favorite series of the mixtape series of all time. So I gotta.
So is Mood Music really a mixtape?
Oh yeah.
Like okay, the first two I give you, but 3 and 4,
yes sir, sir.
Those are albums.
You think?
Yeah, those are albums. I'm sorry.
So it's Friday Night Lights.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That was supposed to be J. Cole's debut album.
They ain't my problem.
and ain't my problem that Mood Music 3 or 4? Nah, that's funny. No, Mood Music series for sure. for sure. That's why I put him in my personal honorable mention. Honorable mention. So yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Mount Rushmores.
Oh yeah, man. Hey man, that's the thing about Mount Rushmores that can only be four. Yeah, but since we just talked about Lil Wayne has actually just came out and said that he would love to perform for the next Super Bowl halftime show that will be in New Orleans. I believe that's next season. So Johnny,
yes sir.
What do you have to say about a possible hip hop headliner being at the Super Bowl?
Well, first of all, I think it make all the sense in the world, right? If the Super Bowl is in New Orleans in 2025, 50 Cent, Jesus Christ, Lil Wayne mixtapes, right? Lil Wayne is probably the biggest artist from New Orleans, at least hip hop artist.
Yeah.
So I think it makes all the sense in the world, right? And he absolutely has the catalog to appease all the different audiences that watch the Super Bowl. I think he had even though his music is hip hop, I think he had a lot of singles that crossed over that he will be able to perform. Now, does he have guests? I don't know. No. But him specifically, I think it's a no-brainer, honestly.
I think he does need guests. Lil Wayne ain't performing like we thought he was before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Wayne has had a lot of bad performances that we just want to gloss over because we love Lil Wayne so much. No. He didn't.
Really? He was just on tour.
And he didn't finish it.
He did. Oh, well, shit. I didn't know.
Johnny,
look, I didn't know he didn't finish. I didn't go to the show.
But you be on social media. You seen them bad reviews, right? Okay, then. So we go reward bad performances and give him the Super Bowl just because we like him so much. No, we need some help.
Okay, so he has guests then.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Lil Wayne ain't performing by himself, man.
For 12 minutes straight.
I don't trust Lil Wayne up there for 15 minutes by himself.
Damn.
No cussing. Come on, man. The Lil Wayne songs we trying to hear. Come on, man. I ain't gonna say the songs we trying to hear.
I'm about to say
but the Lil Wayne songs that you think that's a set list for a Super Bowl halftime show, I always gotta put the extra sauce on it because it's so many eyes that watch the Super Bowl halftime show. Right. What songs do you think Lil Wayne makes his set list? Makes his set list for a Super Bowl halftime show. Like I'm all for hip hop. I'm all for New Orleans getting their shine. All that, baby. But let's talk about it.
Let's get into the details. Let's get into
it, right?
Okay. Lollipop.
Okay. How to Love make the list?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's 2.
Mrs. Officer.
Okay, that's 3.
You would quiz me, right?
Listen, because it's a real thing. That's why them guests come out to play. Listen, bro, they didn't let Coldplay get up there by their damn self. Coldplay's safe.
No, fact. He was up there with Beyonce and Bruno.
Right.
Even that.
That's why I'm like, hey, yo.
No,
like, yeah.
I don't
like
listen.
Wayne, like, and this is coming from a Wayne fan. Bro. Do not get me wrong, but I just know how hip hop is ostracized in those spaces. So now we got to have a conversation about what he performs, because this is the thing: if they treating Usher like this, if they don't think Usher can do it,
bro, I don't like when you make me rethink my tape. No, I mean, okay, you might be. Because
those
right.
white people on what Usher head like he ain't Usher.
That's Usher, bro.
It don't matter. They out here like, what song he done had lately?
What?
Listen, bro.
He ain't gotta have no lately songs. What you mean?
He's Usher, but then again, Usher's one of the ones that kind of like he crossed over, but he still stayed with us. So it's kind of like they don't accept him the way that we accept Usher. Like we think Usher's like one of them, right?
Which he is, but
he is like the Vegas residency and everything. But I don't know if white people love him like that.
I don't think they.
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong.
They want to hear yeah and oh my god. That's it. That's it. The Georgia like that's all they want to hear.
Christ.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess I guess Lil Wayne.
Hold on, man.
No, not gonna be out there.
No. Fuck off.
You really want to?
I'm gonna go Lil Wayne.
You think he gonna be? You don't think he gonna get up there and do Birdman Jr.?
Hell no.
I knew the
He
answer.
he ain't doing nothing off of Collie Grove either.
Oh, of course not. That's new.
Hold
Of
on,
course.
Lil Wayne. I gotta go Lil Wayne Essential. So is Amelie?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Amelie definitely.
Do you think Drake makes an appearance?
Appearance? No, probably not.
Okay, but she will.
Nicki might.
She will is a crazy song to perform at the BET Awards. I mean, I said the BET
Super
Super Bowl. Yeah. Hold on, Drop the World.
Now I could see Eminem possibly being a surprise guest.
Okay.
That sounds like some shit Eminem. would
Okay. Now we got Hustler music, maybe.
do. No.
Like you said, Mrs. Officer. Did we get something like My Daddy?
No.
Okay. Bedrock, maybe. That was a big song.
No. Only reason I say I can see Lil Chuggy and them coming out dancing. I can see that little twist.
But it's like I'm looking at his songs like Money on My Mind. That's not the best rapper alive. No. Okay. Mr. Carter with JC. No. Fireman. Go DJ. Maybe.
Oh, Go DJ. Yep.
Okay. John with Rick Ross.
Nah.
Rich as fuck with 2 J's.
Maybe.
Right above it with Drake.
If Drake comes out, but
Like,
actually, yes. I think he would do a verse from that. I think he would do a verse from that.
Okay. So you have to do the feature Wayne. Wayne got to be feature Wayne.
And that's okay too.
That's fine too. But I was just, bro.
You think he do the swag surf freestyle?
No.
He doing nothing from no
That,
sense.
you know what's bad about that? He'll perform that at the Super Bowl before Fly could ever get that close to performing it.
Oh, that's real. That's real. I got nothing for that. Damn, that's crazy. I really don't like when you make me rethink my team, bro. That's great. That's nuts.
Because that's always been my thing, man. I love Wayne, bro, but I'm going in maybe. Like I'm listening, bro.
It's gonna be a lot of. So first of all, I think the Super Bowl itself is on like a tape delay. It may be like a few seconds or whatever. So
Yeah.
if he does perform, it's gonna be a lot of bleeps. A lot of bleeps.
Hey man, is Lil Wayne gonna go out there on the lean? Like is what we getting, baby? Like I want to know.
Is it gonna be a real lighter flick? Like what's
listen,
what's
bro?
gonna happen?
I got questions. Man.
I would love to see the Swag Surf freestyle at the Super Bowl. That would be fire. I would be lit. That would be lit. I forget what festival it was, but he did that at one of the festivals that they were streaming on Amazon or something,
Yeah.
and that was fire.
So let me get back to saying that I think I am a huge Lil Wayne fan. I think that he is one of the best rappers to ever grace a mic. I think he's a world-renowned star. But when it comes to hip hop, I'm very safe. I'm very like a gatekeep hip hop when it comes to certain things, and I just hate when it's going to get ostracized in this way. When they open it up to a rapper being a headliner, just expect them conversations.
Oh, for sure.
Like you start picking apart a rapper's discography like he ain't great. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne's still him, though. That's where I'm getting to. Like I still stand on the fact that he is a great rapper.
Oh, for sure.
But when it comes to that family-friendly bullshit that the NFL try to pull off, like it's like this. Y'all, it's family-friendly, but y'all got half-naked cheerleaders over here that get sexually harassed by the owners. That's crazy to me. But I'm off that. You know what I'm saying? Like it be shit like that.
Because I mean, we even had the same conversations when it was 50, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige.
But that was a conglomerate. And then they damn sure kept 50 under the table. They didn't tell people 50 was going to be out there. Because if they told people 50 was going to be out there, it would have been bad. Like, it would have been bad for business.
It'd have been crazy.
It would have been bad for business.
Oh, 50 was like a guest, right?
Yeah,
like
but they didn't say he was on the bill.
It was Dre, Mary J, and Eminem, right?
It was Snoop too.
Oh, Snoop. I'm trying to remember who it was that they promoted for the halftime show.
I think it was Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J, and Kendrick.
That's right.
Those were the 5.
Got it.
But they snuck 50 on there.
Yeah. Damn.
And like you watching, he was like, "Go, hold on, wait a minute."
Right.
That 50?
Then he came, hung hanging like a bat.
Yeah,
He did that. That's crazy.
Yeah. But imagine if they put 50 on at the time.
On the flyer?
No. It was like Dr. Dre and Friends. But it's like, even though they had 5 people, it was still like 50 was like the friend, clearly. I'm telling you, like, look.
No, that's crazy.
I'm saying, bro. I'm saying.
Damn it.
I know. But I really safeguard hip hop in that way. That's why I come with that perspective. So
well, anyway, with all this Taylor Swift stuff that's been going on,
yeah,
she definitely gonna probably headline 25. That's crazy.
Honestly, I thought it was gonna be this year.
If they would have replaced Usher, I feel like it would have been riot by the black people.
Yeah, by the black people, but we ain't enough though.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know that's crazy, man. But now let's talk about this, man. Since I was standing on business and people don't really care for that term, and we'll get to why people don't care for that term. But there was a interesting debate online that said that Druski is on a 2000 Chappelle show type of run. Johnny, what is your take on Druski being heralded next to Dave Chappelle and his skits?
I think the wording in that topic headline or whatever is what really matters. Like, of course, off top, like comparing Druski to Dave Chappelle is
crazy, right?
asinine, right?
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
it's nuts, right? But if we're talking strictly, and this is my opinion, right? If we're talking strictly early 2000s Dave Chappelle, when we're talking about Chappelle Show and all that kind of stuff, Lois the Keys, I kind of agree. Yeah. And the reason I say that is because looking at the types of skits that Druski puts out on his social media, right? I think it's a lot of, first of all, it plays on a lot of the issues and situations that happen in not only like the black community, and I want to say between like the 21 to like 36 demographic, but he also plays on white stereotypes as well. And I've seen a lot of the playing on white stereotypes more recently than I have before, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Dave Chappelle did on Chappelle Show. And I'm only comparing this strictly to the Chappelle Show, no stand-ups or nothing like that, just Chappelle Show here.
Yeah.
Because that's where all of Chappelle's sketches were, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm comparing the two, I think I really do think Druski is doing a modern version of what Chappelle did back then. So I really don't think comparing the current Druski skits and what he does to what Chappelle did on the Chappelle Show, a sketch comedy show, I really don't think it's that big of a difference. I just think he's doing it for a new generation, a different time.
Yeah. I'm glad you said modern version, right?
Yeah.
Because that levels the playing field, right?
Exactly.
Because when you look at Druski and what he does, right, is the aim to be funny. I think he knocks that out the park, right?
Yeah. Because
it was a point in time where I'm not gonna speak for Johnny, I'm gonna speak for myself. I was hating, big hating. So it's like, hey, but he making a run though. I mean, as far as like the content being there, but when you start to permeate pop culture,
yeah,
that's where we can start having real conversations, and that's what he's been able to do. He's permeating pop culture with his comedy and his skits.
Absolutely.
And that's what Dave Chappelle did, right?
Yep.
Standing on business. People tired of it, but listen, that is a whole thing right now.
It is.
He permeated pop culture with that. When I'm not saying he created the phrase, I'm not saying he coined the phrase, but it came from a Druski sketch. I do know that. So if he's standing on business and now ESPN quoting it, you got listen, CJ Stroud, who's one of the remarkable rookies in the NFL, quoted Druski, said, well, I'm like Druski, I'm standing on business in a fucking interview. But that's the demographic that Druski appeals to, right? Yep. CJ Stroud, maybe 23. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can't be mad at a 23-year-old for listening to that type of stuff, right? Because when we was teenagers when Chappelle was doing it, and we were walking around talking about Rick James, bitch.
All the time.
So all the time. So yes, like if that is the metric, it's true. Like it's just that we're like we herald Dave Chappelle because we seen his meteoric rise, right?
Yep.
Like we seen Druski really had the meteoric rise, but Dave Chappelle was like the lowly comic. And then you seen him do like Def Jam and all these stand-up bits, and then you see him start being in the movies and stuff like that. Then he got the show. The show is really what took him from took him like to the next level, right? Yeah. So the show being the 2 seasons, and then that what if factor around the show because we never got a full 3rd season and none of that. So it's kind of like damn.
Yep.
And then you see the Key and Peele's kind of take what he did and keep moving it. And now you see the social media guys doing that too.
Yep.
But the thing is, the Key and Peele stuff is hilarious too. But I think it's just kind of like it is what it is with that, right? It's kind of like Mad TV. Like you look at it, it's funny, but it's not to say that it has that staying power of Chappelle or not even a Druski, because Druski's skits kind of age. It's like you see Druski in so many like costumes and things like that, like the record dealer owner, right? Like the record dealer.
Oh, he could have been records.
Yeah, it could have been records. The redneck at the Alabama game. Hilarious.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
The standing on business shit, I don't care what nobody said. That shit was hilarious to me. So it's like I just gave you 3 things, and I was like, and that's when I just really was paying attention to him. Like, oh, what's the other one? Like where he had when they was walking around the mall in the big shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dancing like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Snap dancing and all that kind of stuff. And
But I think the thing is just that social media has taken, like, there was virtually no social media when Chappelle was out.
Oh yeah,
when the skits were those, right? But I think it can become annoying with Druski because that reshare is always there. Like with Chappelle, you seen it once a week.
Yep. You
caught the reruns. You get the DVD. You know what I'm saying? But like
Druski, you gonna see it 4 or 5 times a day,
and
because you gonna see him post it, but then you also gonna see people repost it,
it.
and you're not only gonna see it on Twitter, you're gonna see it on Instagram. You might catch it on TikTok. Shit, you might see it on Facebook,
and then they'll remix it with certain things.
Yep.
Like I know because like they remix like it's a young rapper named Yeet. Excuse me, I don't really know anything about him, but they remixed some of his lyrics to Mariah Carey "We Belong Together" beat. But they had Druski dancing to it from that video. So it's stuff like that that makes his skits live longer.
So again, and that's according to 2023 going into 2024, right?
Yeah.
The fact that Druski can put out these types of skits and sketches, and it reached so many different forms and level of media, like CJ Stroud with the NFL. Yeah. You got people remixing songs over his videos, things like that. Like it's everywhere.
And it's like you attach your brand to Druski. Like now it's kind of getting to. Remember we talking about the. Remember Druski is a sports agent.
Oh right, yep. Oh, see, You can't, and this is what I'm learning as I'm getting older. You can't really be mad at these younger entertainers who are in these spaces and using what they are able to do, their content, to push their brand forward into venturing into other forms of entertainment and industries and things like that, which is what Druski is. It looks like Druski is doing, and I'm almost certain he has a lot of things going on behind the scenes too that nobody even knows about.
Druski is quietly a B-list celebrity.
Like that's crazy, quietly. Right? I didn't see. I feel like I just seen Druski in like a Sprite commercial. Yeah, like
he's in a Sprite commercial or he's in like a Google phone commercial. It's something.
It might be both. Like
Samsung. It was one of them. Like he was doing
crazy.
that. So
like I mean, super dope, right?
So,
but it just goes to show you like a lot of these younger entertainers. We was just having a conversation about Casanat, right, the other day. Like he doing the same thing. Like he's been able to take his streaming, his platform, and to doing a lot of different other things as well. So like, shout out to them, man. It's dope. It's dope. I can't hate.
Man, we the uncles, man. It just feel like we complain and hating, but it's a beautiful thing when these young, like when he's using his talent and whatever you want to say about that, it doesn't matter. He's leveraged it into something else.
Yep, exactly.
So
can't be mad at it.
Salute, bro.
Word.
Like,
it's fire.
Wait, but last but certainly not least, man, let's talk about this blurred content, blurred segment. Man, a few video game trailers came out. Now, I'm not the biggest on the video games thing, so I will definitely say that. But a good trailer, Hey, we here for a good trailer, man, right?
Look, we get bamboozled and fooled by trailers for movies all the time.
Right.
Why
not talk about video games, right? But the thing is, it kind of ties into everything that we love about movies and TV and whatever, right? That lore, right? Because think about The Last of Us and how you told me how thematic it was and how good the game was, and then look at the show, right?
Yep.
So now, PlayStation or whoever, I don't think it's merely Sony, but you have GTA 6, which is
Yes.
coming out, and then we have Blade. But we'll start with GTA 6.
Yeah, man.
So Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar Games, we back outside. Now I do know a little bit about that because when I was playing games, GTA was my shit. So
Word.
So no, what's up with that, man? So Grand Theft Auto 6 dropped a trailer for a game coming out in
25.
Tell me, Johnny,
So-
2025. How does that work?
Listen, man. First of all, GTA 6 has been in such high demand. I'm going to say the last 4. Let me just say last 4 years, right?
Okay.
GTA 5 came out in 2013.
Okay.
10 years ago on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Wow. So let's just put that into perspective, right?
That's a few consoles ago, right?
Yes. So
'Cause
we're
it's
currently on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X, that's a whole nother thing.
Okay.
But GTA 5 has lived through 3 console generations. Started on PlayStation 3, got remastered for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and then got remastered again, I think earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, or late last year, to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. And I think they added an online component when it went to PlayStation 4, so they've had like the online where people can go and meet up and do other things like that. And T Grizzly, he actually has a like a GTA server where people can actually watch him play and join his games and stuff like that. He makes a lot of money on Twitch doing that. That's a whole other story.
Okay.
But a game being able to remaster and live for 10 years is insane and honestly kind of unheard of in the video game space, right?
Yeah, it is.
So as people are still enjoying what's coming out for GTA 5, the rumors start going around like, hey, Rockstar is working on GTA 6, but we haven't heard anything and stuff like that. So for 4 straight years, people are wondering where GTA 6 is, and finally they announce a trailer. Or they put out a trailer and announced the game. Mm-hmm. What's up?
No, I got a question, and it's video game related, so it's not too far off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if Rockstar can do that for a game,
Mm-hmm.
one singular game, why can't the sports games? And I know I'm answering my own question. Why don't like the NBA 2Ks or the Maddens of the world just do that?
Like an update.
Yeah. I know it's more money in hyping up a new game. I know I'm not naive to that point.
And I think that's like the main reason.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, okay,
But if we think,
because there's not big turnover, right? Because I know they've been able to do roster updates in the season, right?
Oh, yeah,
like
for sure.
if your quarterback get hurt, all right, we taking them out. If it's a big trade or something like that,
it's all in game.
It's all in the game. Cool, right? But at the end of the day, right, you can still make those all-season acquisitions and changes and updates, especially with everything being online now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why that's not being done for those games.
So I think I can speak a little at length to it because I don't play Madden 2K and stuff like that. But I imagine it's because they kind of refresh the game every year. And what I mean by that, they tweak the gameplay mechanics. So like they may add a certain level of gameplay here. They may add a new mode here, stuff like that.
You know
so
what? You're right.
They repackage the thing every year.
It's still a money grab. Like I was
absolutely.
I was with you.
Absolutely.
I was with you, and then I started thinking about the human element of the game, right? Because it's a new celebration, it's a new dance move, it's a new saying that they want to get in there. Well, hey, just put my boys in the green suits and the little white balls on them and get that shit cracking in the off season and update it when it's time by the season starts.
Which they could,
but they won't.
They won't. But see, and people have issue with what they call microtransactions, right? So a game comes out, it's playable, maybe they add a new character, right? You have to pay a certain amount for the new character. And people don't like that. So
it's like either you keep this game and make the tweaks over here where I don't have to pay anything, or just make a brand new game, even though it's still going to be minor stuff and you're still paying for a whole new thing.
That's exactly it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it will only make sense the way that you mentioned it, though, right? Because think about let's just think about Madden, right? People who play Madden. They're going to buy it every year. They're going to get the deluxe all that shit, right?
Yeah.
At the core of it, it's the same game. Yeah. It's the same game. So why not, let's just say Madden Ultimate or some shit like that, right? Come out next year. Why not just keep the same game and just have downloadable content, DLC, where you just make whatever upgrades you want to make? That would make the most sense, right? Nope. Because we want to put out a new game and make more money. Okay. But whatever.
You're right.
Who am I, right?
But no, I mean this is something like Johnny sent me the trailer. It's like this is enough for you to get to get back in the game.
To gaming. Cause look, I'm listen.
Because like
GTA
GTA is just such a it's something about Rockstar and the way that they just expanded their games and expanded the world, like kind of moved on with technology. Because GTA 3 is probably one of the best games of all time. Because it set a standard. Clearly, we're here because of that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, just those missions and things like that. And San Andreas is the one that took it to the next level. But GTA 3 is the one I give the credence and the, everything to. And then Red Dead Redemption, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Those games are, like, legit. It's just, you wander off into these worlds, and then you got this it's just a lot, bro. It's like
and that's the thing. GTA 6 is supposed to be, I think, at least twice as big as GTA 5. So you going back to Vice City, but you got like all the surrounding areas and shit that you can travel to as well.
Yeah.
By car, by boat, by plane, all this. Like, it's the level of detail that I can see just based off of the minute and a half trailer that they dropped.
Yeah.
Shit gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
like they had, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but no.
No, listen. I still want to know who did the motion capture for the strippers. I really want to know.
That's what I was.
I really want to know.
That's what I was getting to.
Like that's crazy. The physics, man. Jiggle physics, nuts.
So they went and got a stripper and put her in the suit.
I don't know. I'm just saying
with the balls on it.
I don't know. It's just just poking fun.
I'm like, why? Okay, I need to part of research and development or something. But
no facts. I'm with it.
But let's try this, man. Blade.
Yeah, man.
A trailer for the Blade. I don't know if it's anticipated, but now it is. But
yeah, because nobody knew about it. Like that was like a world premiere. Like nobody knew it was happening.
So Marvel and whoever at Marvel Studios and Marvel Gaming decided that we needed a Blade game to drop in the same year that the movie is supposed to. So Johnny, what do you have to say about the trailer for the game, man?
Well, I thought the trailer was dope, right?
Yeah.
And I love how they revealed that it was Blade. Like it was a guy in a barbershop, ready to get the razor to the neck. But it's like when he showed the teeth, it was like, oh, it's lit. That's Blade, right? This like the trailer was fire.
Yeah,
the trailer was fire. Now, the thing that's most interesting about this, first of all, so Spider-Man 2 just came out this year.
Yeah.
A Wolverine game has been announced, which I think comes out next year.
Okay.
Which is made by a different studio than this Blade game. So Blade is being made by a studio called Bethesda that Xbox just purchased this year. Or this year or last year. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to assume that Blade may be an Xbox exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Now Wolverine, I think, is actually made by Insomniac. Which I believe is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. So with these two Marvel properties being on separate consoles exclusively, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's lit. I got an Xbox upstairs. I'm ready to play both games. Like it's gonna be fire. It's definitely gonna be fire.
You're the flex. I love it. But no, I mean, now that was interesting too because let's get into the trailer, right? Mm-hmm. Before I get into my my think pieces on the games.
Yeah.
I think that the trailer was dope. Like you said, these games have become way more cinematic or thematic or whatever the case may be. But it's just like you look at them, you're like, oh wow. Like you said, he was in the barbershop getting a cut as the sun was going down. He said, don't worry, I don't bite. And you can tell that in this world that the humans knew about the vampires.
Yeah, yep.
Because you can tell it was almost like on some zombie. It was like vampire apocalypse. Like it's like the barbershop had a cross on the door and it had bars on the door, and Blade was like, all right, let me go out here. Let me go talk to them real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, my boy, you go do what you got to do.
Right.
So I thought that was dope. Like just that small, like intimate detail of the real. It wasn't even a long trailer. It just kind of got straight to it.
Yeah, it was more of a teaser because it was a world premiere. Like literally nobody, there was no speculation. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew this game was being made at all.
Yeah,
so that world
and it was
premiere,
interesting, right? Now let me ask you this: they don't have like the actual actors voice the characters for these
games.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah,
it's not like Marvel What If. Like it's not that.
Nah, in most cases, at least for the Marvel properties, the games are completely separate from the MCU, the Marvel Universe, comic books, all that kind of stuff.
I think that as they should, right? Yeah. But this being released closer to the release of the actual film, I think that's cool. Like, I mean, let me stay to the game first before I start talking about that film. I definitely think this is a dope game. It makes me wonder why this wasn't done sooner. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Maybe just in the heyday of PlayStation 2 and 3, why wasn't this done then? I think a vampire game would have been cool. Like, I was playing Resident Evil.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's been, plenty of zombie vampire games.
There's been plenty of opportunities. I'm just wondering why they didn't think of that sooner. Like,
I don't know. It could be a plethora of things. I mean, timing, finding the right studio, finding the right execs to get together to say, hey, I'm cool with you making this game. Like, it could be a lot of things behind the scenes.
It's probably the business, yeah, but it just seems like, wow, it's like, why hasn't this happened sooner?
I know. And to your point about it coming out the same year as the movie, remember, Blade was supposed to come out next year, so it got pushed back a couple times. And this game has probably
been in development for a while.
Yeah, for a while to come out in 25.
Probably with the announcement of the actual film being made.
I could see that. Yep.
It would start to align that way, right? Mm-hmm. But the same year as the game, like, it's a marketing strategy. Like, I give them that, but somehow I still feel like the game is gonna be better than the film.
Damn, I kind of figured you had that take. But I don't know. I mean, I'll let you know because I definitely plan on playing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, 2 years from now, but still.
It's just like I'm more excited for this. Like, I mean, now listen, sucker for trailers.
No, for real.
I may not ever play the Blade game, but I know what damn thing I am gonna do is see that damn film, regardless of how bad it is, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm here to watch it.
Facts. No, that's funny.
So we gotta see. You know what I'm saying? They ain't put out no good, no headlines. This is saving y'all, Marvel. This is saving y'all. this video game announcement is saving y'all. We ain't hyped for Echo in 2 weeks. We don't care about 3 weeks. We don't care about none of that shit.
Bro,
What If coming out in like 3 days? I mean, not 3 days, but over Christmas it's coming out.
Thought nothing about none of that. That's crazy. See, life been life. Hey, we gonna start a GoFundMe to take donations so Ralph can get a PS5 so he can play GTA 6.
Oh, that's crazy. Like, I ain't trying to peddle y'all, man. I'm good, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life is good, baby. I might go
look, I'm just.
I know. That's funny.
Hey,
though.
they just came out with the slim version, so you might. I mean, slightly. I don't even know if it's cheaper now that I think about it. It don't matter. Anyway.
I don't know.
Shout out to Rockstar and Bethesda making the Blade game.
But no, man, clearly we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
Hey, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long.
Yes, sir.
Hit that comment section. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can be aware and privy to all episodes and content coming out in the future.
Yes, sir.
And we'll catch y'all next week. If you're on audio,
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.